Alright, so for our first exercise here, we have the lat pull down. The major muscle group that is being used in this exercise is the latissimus dorsi. Other secondary muscle groups include your traps, rhomboids, and delts. In this exercise, you will notice shoulder adduction and elbow flexion in a concentric contraction. You want to keep your back straight while pulling the bar down to about chin level in a smooth movement while squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then slowly return the bar to full height and repeat exercise. Alright, so some common errors that we have are people pushing their arms forward out of the vertical plane. You also want to stay away from swaying too far back in order to pull the bar down lower. And you also want to stay away from pulling the bar down behind the neck because this could be dangerous. Okay, and for our second exercise, we have the seated cable row. This exercise targets the major muscle groups in the back, which include your erector spinae, your middle and lower trapezius, your rhomboids, latissimus dorsi, and your teres major. In this exercise, your shoulder joints extend as your elbows flex. Okay, to start, you're going to have your feet on the front platform with your knees slightly bent, then lean forward, keeping the natural alignment of your back while grabbing the handles. With arms extended, you're going to pull back with your back slightly arched and your chest sticking out. Keep your torso stationary and pull the handles back towards your torso while keeping the arms close to it until you touch the abdominals. A common error that you want to avoid doing is swinging your torso back and forth, as you can cause lower back injury by doing so. Some variations would be using a straight bar instead of a V-bar with pronated grip or supinated grip. Our third exercise is the back squat. The major muscle groups being targeted here are the glutes, quads, and hamstrings. In the eccentric phase of lowering yourself, your hips and knees are flexing while the ankle is eccentrically dorsiflexing. As you stand back up, your hips and knees concentrically extend while your ankle is concentrically plantar flexing. Movement begins from a standing position with the bar braced across the trapezius muscle or rear deltoid muscle in the upper back. The movement is initiated by moving the hips back and bending the knees and hips to lower the torso and accompanying the weight, then returning to the upright position. Common errors of this exercise include descending too rapidly and flexing the torso too forward, which could cause lower back injury. Another error would be the knee not being aligned with the direction of the toes, which could cause ligament injuries in the knee. You can avoid injury by learning the bottom position of the lift, forcing the knees out with your elbows, maintaining a neutral spine, and also by using less weights and focusing more on the technique rather than how heavy you can lift. For our fourth exercise, we have the standing shoulder press. The major muscle group being targeted here is the anterior delt. In this exercise, you focus a lot on shoulder abduction and elbow extension. To execute the exercise, press the dumbbells directly upward with your arms fully extended above your head. Inhale as you slowly lower your arms to the starting position just above your shoulders, then repeat. A common error of the standing shoulder press would be hyperextending or overarching of the back. This places an unnecessary strain on the lower back. You can avoid this happening by lowering the weight or practicing the form without any weights. Alright, on to our fifth and final exercise. Here we have the bench press. The major muscle groups being targeted here are the pectoral muscles, shoulder muscles, as well as the tricep muscles. During the bench press, we focus on shoulder horizontal adduction and elbow extension. The person performing the exercise lies on their back with a weight grasped in both hands. They push the weight upwards until their arms are extended, not allowing the elbows to lock. They then lower the weight to chest level, counting it as one rep. A common error while performing this exercise is lifting the buttocks off the bench while attempting to press out the bar. If you do have this habit, take the initial drop in weight and try to keep the proper form for the sake of injury prevention. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for our 5 exercise techniques. Thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for more exercises coming at you very soon.